Oh my gosh! I turned it on, and then the cameras were black, and I was like, "Oh no! I gotta." All right, hey, we're
Uh,
we're back with another episode. Man, these technical difficulties today. My mic didn't work. Dustin's earbuds didn't work. Joey's not here because his headset broke. Apparently, Adam was gonna be like, "Hey, it's my first episode. My headphones broke too." AJ, you got any technical difficulties you've had going on?
fingers crossed. I got nothing right now.
My goodness! Oh,
AJ's always perfect.
the night is still young. Yeah. So I don't. What episode is this? 5, I think. Of
Record. This is the record, right?
I don't know.
We need to figure that
I
out.
could probably
Like
find
this.
out. I'll do some digging to see if I can find out. But yeah. So another episode of the Raw Dogs Wrestling Show. AJ, Blake, Dustin. Not a
New
full
champ,
house.
by the way.
New champ, as you can see on screen. Dustin does have his picks championship. He okay. I have the picks here. I can pull them up real quick. Go over those real quick to start the show. How you guys doing though?
Pretty good, man.
Pretty
How
good,
about
huh?
you?
Doing all right. All right, yeah. So we did go over our War Games picks last week. Adam never sent me picks, so he didn't even get a shot. But pretty decent. I mean, it was an all right card. I don't know if I would say it was all right. Dustin only got one incorrect answer the whole time.
Yeah.
I got 2 incorrect. I picked Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. Dustin was the only one to get that one right. He did pick that one. And then I went with my heart instead of my brain and picked NXT Black and Gold. And it wouldn't have cost me because even if I'd have picked 2.0, Dustin had the closest time. It did come down to Joey and Dustin. Like I said, Dustin picked Raquel, Io, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray. He picked them over Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. Joey picked Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. But Joey picked Roderick Strong, and Dustin picked self-proclaimed himself and Joe Gacy, which was surprisingly the incorrect answer. And then the match, we did the time for the War Games men's match. I believe it came in at 38:11.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I believe that's where it came in at, and Dustin picked 38 minutes, so he was 11 seconds off from even a perfect time. But we don't do seconds, so that's pretty much as close as you're going to get to perfect.
Damn.
That's
right.
probably why Joey's not here, really. If you
Probably
really
the
think about
embarrassment. Hey, I didn't think about that. The embarrassment
it. Yeah.
of just not. Hold on. Let me.
Probably because of that. Joey's
That's
like
that bitch real quick.
Yeah,
He's-
hold on.
fucking scared. He's like, damn, I was drunk for full gear, barely remember it. I'm the champ. Comes War Games,
Gets you
loses
drunk,
it
man.
immediately.
I'm telling him to join. I'm telling him to join the call just for a second. Dustin, if he does, talk match, like you got to cut a promo on him. He hasn't read it yet. But I'm gonna mute myself for a second. You guys take away the show for a second because my wife just called me. So just 1 second.
Oh, you're in trouble. We didn't mention any ladies though.
No, yeah, maybe she's sensing it. He said Raquel, Io, Kaylee Ray, and Cora Jade, and it was like, boom, right out the gate.
And if you heard a lady's name, and I'm Blake in trouble already. I mean, you should have wore your Adam Cole shirt so we can all trio.
Yeah, I was gonna, but I knew you guys were gonna do it because
Yeah,
you
you
guys
already-
you just got it, and I knew you were gonna be like,
Yeah.
I gotta wear it. You only wore your Thunder Rosa shirt once, so no.
Okay, what I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because Dustin was crying that I didn't wear my shirt.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we could have
Magic
all
shirt.
been all elite, baby.
Oh, close. It's the
Oh, look at
Okay, hold on.
Bitch is here.
Let me switch. I don't know if this will work. Is it gonna work?
How nice of you to join us, loser.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix it.
Little bitch got scared.
This is just for a second, Joey. And
No, Joey's staying in. Oh, Joey's staying in.
I'm not holding my phone up. I guess. Hold on.
Why not? Be a
Because
man.
Sorry
Be a
guys
man.
for the video quality. It messed up. For some reason my window that I captured, it just messed it up and captured a different one. Anyways, so Joe, we got to a point and we realized we needed you here for at least a second. Because we realized we think we know the real reason you're not here, and that you have to miss this episode because you blame it on your headset, but it could be because you lost your Picks championship. Do you care to comment on this? I don't know what that means.
What's that supposed to be?
WCW.
Oh,
He's pulling a Brett.
yeah,
He's pulling a Brett.
yeah.
It's
Joey says he's gonna win the title back, and he's taking it to some other podcast or something. And my camera don't want to work apparently. Yes, that's why we were like, hey, Joey isn't here because he. What?
It looks like your camera took its glasses off for a second.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're all having all kinds of technical difficulties. My camera didn't want to focus. My mic didn't work. Dustin's headphones didn't work. Adam's headphones don't work. Your headphones don't work.
Headphones don't work.
Yeah, so Joey's going headphone shopping.
At least he made an appearance, though.
Yeah, there you go. So, but we needed you here to talk about your defeat for a second. I don't know if you have anything to say or if Dustin has anything to say to you after taking your title.
It was a tie, so it should go back to the champion. You know,
that's why we have a tiebreaker.
What is it called? The championship advantage, champion's advantage. We should have that.
If that's the case, then it'll never change because we'll always have a tie.
Joey screwed Joey.
Joey screwed Joey.
No.
All right. Cool. Yeah, go buy some headphones. Still serious. They're really good.
I'm gonna go look at them.
All right.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Later.
Yeah.
All right. Swapping back over to the three-person view. I don't think I pop. It's a weird thing with Discord where I pop out the video window so I can still look at Discord. I guess I never did that with the podcast, apparently. Because whenever I switch back to the four-person view, it's just pulling nothing. And I was like, oh, lovely. But yeah. So do you guys have any thoughts about War Games? Anything in particular?
It really was what I thought it was going to be, even though it was an okay show.
They are who we thought they are, or were.
Yeah, and it's that changing of the guard. Now that I feel like now they're really pushing the envelope to be this 2.0 is going to lead that brand. And I've been telling Dustin, I was like, I feel like there's only like two people that can actually hold themselves up and together as a competitor, as an in-ring work and promo work and style. And that's Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. I feel like those are the only two guys.
I was thinking Carmelo, yeah.
Yeah, that can hold a light.
Well,
Blake's got a new favorite wrestler, though.
Would you? No, I don't. Oh my gosh.
That's right, Grayson Waller.
No, I've only seen that watching War Games was only the probably second time I've seen him. The first time I seen him was he was wearing pink trunks doing the People's Elbow, and I'm like, what are you doing? And it's not even that he's wearing trunks. He's not wearing trunks. He's wearing boxing shorts. And then he did an elbow off the top rope and like did a little something kind of weird, like he's dunked. I don't know what this dude's doing. I don't like him. He looks
I think he was
like
trying to do a crossover doing his splash.
I don't know. I don't know if it was that, if it was like a between the legs dunk that he was trying to do. It just didn't work because he tried to move his hands way too fast, and it was like, okay, cool, dude. I don't know what you're doing.
I think he knows what he's doing.
But I don't. Would you? I don't know. I think I was gonna say because LA Knight, he's new to, but he was obviously on Team Black and Gold. I don't know if he's considered 2.0. I feel like he could do good promo work, and he's obviously good in the ring. But I feel like he's main roster bound if he is anything, and I'm sure he's gonna get ruined up there.
I don't
get the Bobby Roode treatment.
He joined NXT, and I kind of felt like he was one of those floaters.
Yeah.
Like, they never really gave him anything, and he never really did anything. I mean, he had the whole Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase and the $1 Million Championship thing going around for him for a little bit. But after that, it was just like, okay, well, now you're just here.
Yeah. And it's funny because I knew him from when he was in Impact and everything. And I don't know if I ever picked up on it as much as I am picking up on it in him in NXT, but whenever they did the little backstage segment at Takeover at War Games, sorry, not Takeover, at War Games, where the Black and Gold team were talking to each other, and it was like, you know, they were kind of all talking, and then they went to say something to LA Knight, and I don't remember what exactly he said, but he said something, and I was like, okay, that sounded stone coldish. And then you watch how he walks, like whenever he couldn't get into the cage, and how he's walking around. I'm like, this dude, you could tell he was a massive Stone Cold fan. Because he sounds like Stone Cold when he talks. I feel like when he talks, I get the feelings for those what promos, and it's like I could see a what chant happening when this dude talks every time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it could make a cool moment for him and Stone Cold at some point if they ever do cross paths.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's the loudmouth, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna toot and march to his own drum, beat of his own drum. So it's like, okay, but yeah, right now because they're still locking him with Grayson Waller, but after what happened, you know, this past NXT, we're like, are you guys still doing that? Is that still a feud? Or yeah, I can definitely sense him being main roster bound. But when he gets there,
he's gonna carry and cross it.
It's gonna be like, where's he gonna go? Who's he gonna feud with?
It's either he's gonna be like a Karrion Kross, or he's just gonna be by himself. Or I could see him fitting perfectly in with the Dirty Dogs, like make that a tag team into a faction, and then I could see that easily.
Maybe that, or could do something with the Miz. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like that could potentially work. Or, perfect segue, he's going to end up filling Jeff Hardy's spot since Jeff Hardy been released today.
That could be it too. Isn't Hardy on Smack? Wasn't he on SmackDown now?
Yeah. He was on SmackDown. You know, there's not that many people down there anyways on SmackDown. So,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like LA Knight can definitely fill that spot. But yeah, overall, I thought the War Games show was okay.
Yeah,
it's like
same.
Because of all the speculation of what was going on with Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano, we kind of knew that after that show, that things were gonna look a lot different and change going forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, other than War Games,
and then we had
news.
They had NXT where Johnny and Kyle basically said their goodbyes.
Yep, that was post-show.
Yeah, mostly post-show, which is weird, but yeah.
It's funny because I was like, oh, damn, what are they really going to do with Johnny? Is Johnny really going to stay? If he was going to say goodbye, why would they give him the time on NXT to say goodbye? But because they're like, well, I'm going to have all this free time. I can say what I want. It's going to go over. It's going to go past the time limit of when the show is slotted on cable television. And we get closer to the end time, and then Grayson Waller shows up and beats his ass, and then it ends on time. So
it was actually a pretty good power bomb. I will say that the power bomb through the table was actually a pretty good power bomb. I hate to give that guy a compliment. It was a pretty good power bomb.
Yeah. So I feel like I really do think it's the end for Gargano, because that's what Gargano was. He was pretty selfless when it came to helping Talon over. And I feel like he's doing that for Waller, who, even though can't talk for shit on a mic, to give him that extra heat. Yeah, that said it perfectly. He's got all that extra heat.
Which I realized watching War Games, that I was thinking back to our episode of our top fives, and I realized that I'm pretty sure Gargano was 2 or 3 on our list when we did this show the first time, like a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure Gargano was very high, and then I was thinking back to looking at my list, and then I just still have my list sitting here on my desk. I have Johnny in my honorable mentions, but I don't know if it's just my lack of NXT recently that got it to where he fell out of that top 5, but Johnny at one point was like 2 or 3 on my favorite wrestlers list because he's fantastic.
I think he probably went from doing all those takeover matches and then him going with the way and not really doing
Which I mean, I didn't mind. I liked the whole. I mean, he went from the rebel heart to doing the, all heart no soul thing, which I didn't mind. I liked the heel turn. It didn't work whenever they tried to do the Ciampa thing, and it felt like it kind of worked. I don't know if it really worked that way when they tried to twist it where Ciampa's face now and Gargano was heel. I don't know if it fully worked, but still, I think it was fine. But yeah, big Gargano. I've always liked Johnny since he came in. Me, Dustin, and Joey went to an NXT show about an hour from where we live, and that was obviously Undisputed Era was there, and Gargano. Those were the two I went to see, and so it was a good time though.
Dustin did say he was crying on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning of all that post show stuff, where Kyle and Ciampa and Gargano in the ring together, and then Candice came out with Shawn Michaels, whoever took the picture of Shawn Michaels holding Candice LeRae's baby bump, that was some creepy ass shit.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I seen the one of him hugging someone. I've seen the one I think he was standing, but he was in between Kyle and Johnny, and I think he was grabbing Johnny to kiss Johnny on the side of the head. I don't know if I've seen a picture with him and Candice.
And Shawn Michaels starting to look homeless though.
Yeah, he should probably keep a hat on.
But I feel like it's pretty set in stone. Kyle's definitely gonna end up reuniting.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What does this Winter is Coming card look like? What is Adam are Adam Cole and Bobby Fish doing anything next Wednesday night?
Well, I can tell you. Before we get to Winter's Coming, I feel like we can probably save that a little bit later. Okay. Mainly because there's only a few matches that they have announced. I'm surprised they haven't announced anything further. But I feel like leading into that Wednesday, we'll probably get like 2 more matches maybe.
We still got
Rampage.
Yeah.
Yep, Rampage is tomorrow. Granted, Rampage is pre-taped. They can still announce those things regardless. But yeah, so what I've got here, Isaiah Strickland, formerly Swerve Scott, he's been doing a podcast now, and he's actually been talking with a bunch of people. He's been posting pictures with Malachi Black, Sammy Guevara, who are actually really good friends. They used to do a lot of stuff on the indies together.
We talking Black and Guevara, or
Guevara and Strickland.
Okay.
So Swerve Scott. They've actually been really close. I don't know if he's going to transition over there. It would be cool, maybe just for like open invitational things, and maybe not sign. I feel like he can still end up at Impact. That would be pretty cool. All of Hit Row could end up in Impact. We never know. I think that would be pretty cool, but that was pretty cool. I saw Rey Mysterio had a big announcement. He said yesterday. It took me forever to find it today, but I thought it was going to be on the lines of Dominic taking over the Rey Mysterio name, but I guess they figure they're going to keep that for a storyline within WWE. But he is announcing a new cartoon series with Cartoon Network, which is it's going to be targeting the Latino audience, obviously, because there's going to be a lot of lucha libre in it, which I thought was really cool, and the animations actually, it looked pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to be stateside or that's going to be in only Latin America, but I thought that was really cool. That was his big announcement for today. Obviously, the Dark Cloud of Jeff Hardy being released today over live shows over the last week. He was seen in the match with Drew McIntyre. He tags out. He leaves through the crowd, doesn't come back to celebrate. They send him home. He's no longer to participate in the live show events. I think.
So has anything came out of what happened?
No. So I don't know too much. Not a lot of people don't know too much. When he was sent home, Matt Hardy took to Twitch, I believe, and he said he's been talking to his brother. He says he's fine. Then he gets released today. Jeff's wife, Beth, I believe her name was, tweeted today, she's fine, they're fine, he's fine. So I really don't know what came. He could have relapsed, even though he said, he's been clean for a while. he could have relapsed. That's probably what a lot of people were assuming. There is an actual answer to that. But it definitely sucks. I know he's been through this multiple times.
Mhm.
They've offered him the rehab. He said no this time. A lot of people have been talking about it. X-Pac I saw an X-Pac tweet today, Sean Waltman. He said, sometimes the rehab doesn't help. Like, he said he was clean for such a long time, and then one day he had relapsed, and then he found some treatment that helped him and benefited him. So maybe that's something that, Jeff needs to find for himself. It's a serious matter. I hope he does get the help that he needs or wants. I know he wants to be teaming with his brother again. I wouldn't say that he deliberately did those things so he could be out of his contract.
Yeah.
So he can, be with his brother. But, only time is going to tell what's going to come from it, obviously. So it just sucks, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if he goes, I hope it ends that stupid faction that Matt Hardy's got going on.
The Matt Hardy family office. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like even though he's been helping people, but because now the tag teams that are in there, literally half of them is either injured or stuck in Mexico. So like he's got the Hybrid 2. Jack Evans is like being convicted in Mexico for some reason, and they're holding him and containing him. So that's
like planting drugs. That's what he
Yeah.
did, right?
So it's crazy what's going on for Jack Evans. Mark Quinn hasn't been on TV for such a long time. He might be doing either acting or he's injured. And then Butcher, who just came back, has a
Hurt
torn
again.
bicep, or
Golly.
tricep. So he's out. So it's been left to Blade, and Holoco hasn't even been on
I
TV.
feel like that's such I just look at it, I feel like it's such a weird mashup of teams and just people.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, and
Butcher and Blade did with Malachi, right? That's what I would think.
Yeah, that's what actually Malachi wants he wants a House of Black faction, and he wanted Butcher and Blade, and he wanted Abaddon. But
That's
now with
dope.
this whole thing, what he's doing now with Julia Hart and the Varsity Blondes might be corrupting her, but I don't know.
Yeah, what happened with that? Because I got a notification, like I said, I think it was last week, that I get a lot of like wrestling notifications from the Raw Dogs Twitter account. And I got one from Brian Pillman, and it was something about being a sick human, if he even is one, or something like that. And I tried to find what it was talking about, and I found that it was something with her, and I think he like misted her or something. But Brian Pillman's Twitter account is just retweeted the same thing over and over again. Like I think he got kicked in the face or something, and I think he retweeted 7 different people saying, "Oh, look at this kick" or something. And I was like, okay, and I gave up and couldn't find anything.
Malachi didn't attack them. They were doing a promo on the stage for some reason. Like they never do fucking promos, barely. Lights go out. Malachi shows up. He's in one of his horn masks. He takes the mask off, pulls the turtleneck down, sprays black mist. It barely touches them, but gets the point across.
No.
But yeah, it goes into Julia's eyes, and she's screaming, and the lights go out, and he's gone, and they're all trying to figure out where the hell Malachi went. His spooky powers. So yeah.
One of the comments on it, or one of the other like just tweets that people replied to, it was like talking about him spraying COVID all over people's faces or something. It was pretty funny.
Pax got it the worst then, because he sprayed directly into both his eyes.
Yeah.
One deliberately, where he puts an eye patch on, and then the other eye he fucking goes right in, and he's like, now Pax probably blind. Probably. We'll see.
Let's hope not.
But other than that, from this week, from Dynamite, we've got a return from Trent and the Best Friends. I'm really fucking stoked about that.
Yeah, I did see that. That was pretty cool.
Trent's been on the show for quite some time. I believe he had pectoral surgery. And possibly neck surgery. Excalibur was saying he was having some spinal surgery.
Something, yeah.
And I was like, I don't remember it being... I think he had a pec tear. He left, came back from that, and then he got injured again, and he had to have straight up emergency surgery right out the gate. So he's been gone for quite some time. But to have the full best friends back, I think is really great.
How long has he been out?
Man, I want to say.
Is it before June? I don't know. There's an article here from June 26th that says Trent reveals he had neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, that's that surgery. So he's been out since June.
Yeah.
So 6 months. He's been out.
Looks like he shared something on Instagram and said neck fusion surgery went well.
Yeah. It was a pretty serious injury where he had to go and get that surgery right out the gate. But he's back. He's got a shaved head, new look. I'm only used to seeing Trent with long hair, so it's a little difference. It was like, damn, all right, okay, whatever. But he's real lean too. And he got into shape and bulked up, so I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Now that he's back, him and Chuck T are probably going to run for the tag gold or something. I think that'd be pretty sweet. And he's part of Chaos with Rocky Romero. Damn, I can't believe it's based on it. But Rocky Romero and Roppongi Vice, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. So did he not have his last name? Was he just
No,
Trent?
he doesn't. It's just Trent, yeah.
Well, he does now, apparently, because this thing I'm looking at from yesterday says, basically said he's back, and Excalibur called him Trent Beretta.
He did call him Trent Beretta. I wasn't sure, though, if he was going to go keep it. I actually don't know why he hasn't been using it. I don't know if it's some legal rights shit, because he was going by the name Trent Beretta in WWE, so I don't know if they had that locked down as a patent or whatever.
But he was going by Trent Beretta in New Japan, wasn't he?
I want to say yes.
When he was with Rocky and they were doing the whole tag team thing there, I think he was Trent Beretta there. I could be wrong.
Again, that's different in Japan compared to a U.S. patent, right? So that wouldn't travel overseas.
That makes sense.
So maybe he got his name back. I haven't heard anything about that, but if he goes...
It's like when Shawn Michaels got a smile back?
Yep, basically.
Nice.
And probably he's going to be getting all these wins now.
Yeah, there you go.
Get his name back. It was like Cody getting his
got his name back. There you go.
Now he gets to interject himself and everything for Dustin.
Next time we see Pac, he's going to be Pac Neville. You know what I mean? He's getting his name back.
Revolution. They finally announced Revolution's got a target date for March 4th. It is going to be in Orlando. There was a lot of news that they were targeting for Orlando. Now it's confirmed. I know their main goal for next year is to start traveling West Coast. So the only thing they do out there is Double or Nothing, and they do that in Vegas. So, but they want to get more shows, weekly shows out there. And lastly, Hook. Taz's son Hook is going to make his Rampage debut this Friday, tomorrow night. He's going to fight Fuego del Sol.
Is that the guy that runs around with the other dude from Team Taz?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was when I seen it, and I was like...
Yeah. And Dustin, you might be a little sad. Bandito. So Ring of Honor's last pay-per-view, last battle, is this weekend. I think it's this Saturday. Bandito, who is the current Ring of Honor World Champion, I believe he just tested positive for COVID. So he can't defend his title.
Sucks.
Can't defend his title. Dustin's boy, Jonathan Gresham, who was supposed to fight. So I don't know what they're going to do for that match. If they strip Bandito of the title, what the hell's the point? Like, they're going to have...
Yeah, that sucks so bad.
If they're going to try like a interim championship or whatever.
What? Interim championship for what?
Exactly. I don't know what they're going to do.
Oh, man, that's awful. R.I.P. Ring of Honor, dude. That sucks.
I mean, they're already going to close their doors.
When did he test positive? Just not even a week before the last show? That's insane.
Yeah. Today, they announced it today. They did a whole official release statement on it. And they're like, well, we don't know what we're going to do with this Jonathan Gresham match. Get Dustin out there.
That is, yeah, there you go.
Fight for his girl's love.
There you go.
I'd get my ass whooped.
You can.
I mean, it'd be fun though. It'd be funny.
We believe in you. Dustin.
But yeah, that's it for the news. And winter is coming. Winter is coming is next week.
How did they get away with that? Is the winter is coming? Is that like not trademark from like HBO or Game of Thrones or something?
Apparently not.
Well,
if you think about it, TNT is owned by Warner, anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
true.
you probably could get away with it.
That's true. Yeah, we were gonna do. We're still gonna plan to do something like this eventually. There's some testing we got to do, and we're gonna iron out everything. Because like literally, I have a thing right here on our thing that we're recording that says YouTube account not enabled for live streaming. So I got to figure that out as well. But we were gonna do a Winter is Coming companion. Basically, that means we are gonna figure it out to where we can all still probably remotely watch the show together and then live stream us, watching it. It's similar to like Joe Rogan Fight Companions, I believe. I don't know if he does Fight Companions, but I know like the Fighter and the Kid, they still do Calabasas Companions and like that. They've seen people do UFC ones. I've seen people do WWE ones back when the Store Horseman was a podcast. RIP, we miss you.
Yeah.
Certain people we blame for that podcast going down.
Dustin.
Unfortunately, not Dustin. There was another guy that they added to the podcast later that seemed like it brought. Anyways, we do miss that. We do miss that podcast though. But they did companion things similar to this. So we were gonna do one for Winter is Coming. Unfortunately, I was trying to schedule a tattoo to get my tattoo right here finished in, and they're like, hey. They didn't have Saturday available. They offered me Tuesday, Wednesday. I tried to take Tuesday, of which they immediately said, as soon as I answered, hey, we just scheduled Tuesday, so how's Wednesday sound? So next Wednesday, I will be getting a tattoo. I'm sure we'll be here Thursday to talk about Winter is Coming. But we do plan on doing that companion for some other kind of show.
Probably could try for day one, if anything.
Day one probably would be a good one because it's on a Saturday.
Yep.
So that day one could be a good one. That might be the one we aim for.
Hopefully Joey and Adam have their headsets.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they're also like not dead from because that is technically New Year's Day, so right after New Year's Eve.
Oh,
so Joey might be a couple of Christmas Kringles or whatever the beer he had at my house called from. He might be just a couple.
Callback.
Yeah, he might be a couple of those away from the moon or something. But it's funny because I mentioned I have my cousin, he like brews beer, and I'm like halfway mentioned, like I was like, oh yeah, there's like this green can that has like Santa Claus on it dropping elbow, and he goes, oh, is it this? And I was like, yeah, that's the one it is. And then I seen a thing on TikTok of a guy reviewing it and everything. I sent it to Joey and I was like, look, here's your beer. He's like, man, that stuff was so good. I'm like, could you taste it? You drank it so freaking fast.
Yeah,
Jared's like, damn it, I should have done this on TikTok myself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Then had watermelon whiskey in a sippy cup.
Yeah, that's true. But so hopefully Joey doesn't get too litty on New Year's Eve. But yeah, we could shoot for day one. I'm sure if we don't have day one, I'm sure there's a AEW. Or no, you said the AEW event's in March, right?
So there is Battle of the Belts, which is the following weekend.
Okay, so we might look at something either that or day one, something doing some kind of companion thing to figure that out, to do a cool little companion show. Yeah. So anything else happen?
That's it. Can lead right into Winter is Coming.
What'd you say, Dustin?
They showed some people with the next in line thing WWE's doing with the college recruits. They showed some of those folks. And there's a lot of people that are hating on it, saying like, it's not going to work out. But they've had like Bianca Belair, who's been from college and all that stuff. So I mean, it could work. It just depends.
I mean, yeah, people are gonna people are gonna hate on anything. Two, people are gonna hate on anything that's WWE right now because of just the times we're in. And then three, it's like obviously you have how many was it? 15 people, I believe.
It's quite a few. There's one that was from like University of Arkansas too, I think.
Nice, nice. That is where some of us hail from. There were, but I mean, even with 15 people, I mean, you're not going to hit on all of them in anything you do in AEW, WWE, the NFL, football, basketball, acting. Anything you do, all of them aren't going to hit. So I mean, you're going to have probably more failures than you're going to have successes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, so
Yeah, I think it's a cool thing that they're at least going to try.
I mean, it's a cool thing giving people opportunities. I mean, that's that's a cool thing by itself. It's just, hey, these people are coming out of doing whatever they were doing, and they're getting an opportunity, at least an opportunity at something like WWE. I mean, you can't really hate on WWE for giving people opportunities.
As long as they don't turn this next in line program into
Tough
Tough Enough
Enough.
again, yeah,
Oh, geez. Yeah.
then I think we could be in a better spot.
One of my favorite wrestling clips ever is from Tough Enough, and it's one I've seen probably the most clipped, and I think it's an older one from like the first time maybe they did Tough Enough, and it was Triple H was talking to people in the ring or whatever, and he had some dude do a bump for him or something. And the dude threw his legs up, and Triple H is like, "Hey, you got a hole in your sword. One of your balls are hanging out." It's so hilarious just how Triple H says it, and it's like, because that's back when he was like, peak wrestler and was still kind of you could tell he was a heel, and he was still kind of a dick about it, which I mean, understandable. It's like, hey, these new kids coming in, and he's just like. I mean, he could have literally. The dude took the flat back bump, and his legs went up, and he could have just said nothing. He could have pulled the dude to the side, right there in front of everybody, in front of the cameras and everything recorded. Hey man, you got a hole in your shorts. Your balls hanging out right there. It's so funny. It is so funny.
That'd be Dustin, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's holy jokes.
Hilarious. But yeah, good times. Yeah, I agree. They should not turn it into Tough Enough. I don't think it should be any kind of TV program or anything to get views or anything. Because one, it's not going to get views, and two,
no.
I mean, you're just gonna
send them to the performance center, and it's kind of
that's the goal, right? You get the collegiate athletes, send them to the performance center, see if they work out. If they got it, they'll go through the process. I believe the star that's using the Tiffany Stratton persona, I think she was in Olympian gymnastics. So like her and Gable Stevenson. So like those two are, in the process per se. Granted, Gable Stevenson's fucking been drafted to Raw, and we haven't seen him since WrestleMania. It's like, where the hell has this guy fucking been?
Hiding. He's in hiding.
He's probably training, but that dude's insane. Yeah, it looks like she was a gymnast.
He's probably holding out and hopefully go to SmackDown.
He's probably hoping he goes to SmackDown. But I mean, I feel like
he's gonna give Omos his first loss.
There you go. I feel like he could be pretty good. I feel like because he was on Pat McAfee show, right around the time of the Olympics. He was on Pat McAfee show, and he seemed like he was a good talker, and he said there, hey, Vince McMahon, call me or something like that. He was very eager about going to the WWE, so it was cool to see him actually show up and have his actual name, which was also surprising. Which, I mean, I guess you can't really bring him in as under a gimmick name when he just won an Olympics, Olympic medal. So
he'd be the next Kurt Angle.
Yeah, so he should be. I mean, even if you bring him in and he doesn't go straight to the top, I mean, maybe he could go into Alpha Academy. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I think they need more people in Alpha Academy, honestly, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they would want to. Because I feel like they're going to want him to come in with big name and do big things. And I don't know if Alpha Academy is that. No. So
yeah, that's why I feel like they're going to treat him exactly like Kurt Angle, right? Kurt Angle won the Olympic, won the gold medal, came to WWE, kind of got shot to the top almost immediately.
And then he was spraying people with milk truck.
If Gable Stevenson can harness that same like energy and persona and do the same things, I think he could easily be top. Easily.
Oh yeah. As long
So
as, I mean, it's like I said, it seemed like he had a good personality when he was on Pat McAfee show. He seemed like he I think he could be able to handle it. So, like I said, he could very easily be. And I mean,
he'll be a top star on Raw. And they ain't really got a whole lot
I
going
mean, it doesn't.
except for Riddle.
Yeah, that's true.
his first match,
John.
first win, calling it now against Ricochet.
Oh yeah,
If
sure.
if he ever debuts.
Poor Ricochet. Poor
Oh,
Ricochet.
gosh.
I say poor Ricochet, but like one of my favorite wrestling clips of all time is Ricochet getting kicked in the head. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
all elite, baby. You know what I mean? That was literally like Dustin can attest. Like I was in we're in our cornhole. We had a cornhole league chat thing that we don't even do anymore. But we
That died real quick.
there was a guy. One of the guys in there was like, "Oh, I'm watching '80s wrestling again." I'm like. He's like, I don't really watch this stuff nowadays. I'm like, hey man, some of the stuff nowadays is really cool, and that's one of the first clips I always show to people that don't watch wrestling is the Adam Cole super kicking a backflipping Ricochet, because it is one of my favorite clips of all time. So, but yeah.
Yep. Winter's coming. This past Wednesday we had the Battle Royale to determine the final 2 competitors that will fight for the Diamond Ring, currently held by MJF, who is a 2-time winner of this Battle Royale, by cheating, of course. It came down to MJF, Ricky Starks, and Dante Martin. Ricky Starks and Dante Martin both being part of Team Taz, but dumbass Dante Martin turns, not really turns, he's kind of a face, turns on Ricky Starks, throws him out. So the match for Winter's Coming is MJF versus Dante Martin. It's just, I feel really weird about how they handled Dante for like the last few weeks.
Yeah, wasn't he doing stuff with like Leo Rush?
Right. So he turns on Leo Rush to join Team Taz.
Okay, that's what I missed. I was like, why is he in Team Taz now? But
and then
isn't Team Taz like 3 people? Like 2 or 3?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, like you just joined Team Taz, who could probably even help you. Like Ricky Starks is probably one of the best right now on the promo, on the microphone. Powerhouse Hobbs, who's just the tank. Hook, who's now going to start wrestling, so I guess we'll kind of see what his transition looks like. But Dante, who is an incredible athlete, yeah, he can use some work on the promo, but Taz can help him with that. Taz gives pretty good fucking promos.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm done with this. Like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Showing it, man.
Well, he's
big showing it.
Just off the top of my head, with things that I've seen happen recently, I got a feeling that if I had to make a prediction, Dante's probably going to win that match, but it won't be clean, and it'll be with the help of CM Punk.
Most likely.
Because of the Punk MJF stuff. Because, like you said, MJF's won it twice, back-to-back. He's going for the 3-peat. Punk's going to scream out of it, and then Dante's going to win it. Or just MJF just cleans the house with him, which I don't think, because I feel like they've been hyping up. I feel like they've been hyping up Dante and all the flips and crazy stuff that he can do. They've been hyping him up a lot with all that. So,
which is most likely what's going to happen. Yeah. Punk wants the match with MJF, and MJF is, backing off, and he'll probably screw him out. Dante will either probably hit like a roll up on him and
the good old fashioned WWE roll up.
Yep, the surprise roll up, the most devastating move.
Yeah. In sports entertainment, yeah. Not in professional wrestling, but in sports entertainment, it is the most devastating move. That's hilarious.
So that's gonna be interesting. I kind of have a feeling we all have the same feeling what's gonna happen. They're gonna do Deeb versus Shida 3, right? I think this is the 3rd time they're facing. They're gonna run that back. I gotta give it to them where they want to show off and showcase the women wrestlers. Riho and Jamie Hayter had a match on yesterday, and man, that was actually pretty damn good. Like, that probably was Jamie Hayter's best match that she's had since joining the company. and they went literally all out in that match. And Deeb and Sheeta have already faced off twice. We know what to expect. It's going to be a very technical match. It's going to be really back and forth. And they just got really good chemistry with each other. It's like, you can't, I mean...
Now, is this the one that hit Sheeta in the head with the thing? I can't remember who that lady is.
Yeah,
like
that's...
the trophy. Okay,
this
is her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that is her. Sheeta wins the first match, right? No. Deeb won the first match. Sheeta won because of the title, the tournament, TBS tournament. And then, so yeah, this would be a rubber match. I'm very curious to who they're going to actually put over, to be honest. Like,
when is the finals for the TBS title thing?
The finals is when the show transitions over to TBS. So the very first show will be the finals for that tournament. So they haven't announced when those two matches are going to happen. My guess would be one next week and maybe another the following week. And I think after that should lead us into the first TBS Dynamite. So that's interesting. Who did you say was going to win? Who did you think he was going to win, Dustin?
Oh, Jade.
That's who I'm thinking too. I think Jade is going to win the tournament.
I feel like they're going to have Rosa and Britt run it back.
Yep, I think so too, and I think Rosa will win that one this time. But yeah, I feel like Jade has been doing all the work. She's doing all the promos, setting up the matches, doing in the tournament. She's fucking hot right now. Like, she's on the fire. She's winning everything. She's still undefeated. But these next two matches are definitely going to test her. So hopefully she kind of showcase herself a little bit more, because they have been a lot of squash matches. So we'll see what happens. I would hope that they would do Thunder Rosa Jade Cargill next week for Winter's Coming. Would be my hopeful guess, because I feel like that is a bigger match than Nyla versus Ruby. So I'm going to predict that match to get added, hopefully sometime soon. Well, yeah, we'll see. But
Breaking
the main event...
news.
Yeah, I just got messed around now. But the main event is Hangman versus...
Tony's calling me. Let me...
He's texting me right now. He's like, yeah, we're going to do that match for... Oh, well...
He's like, hey, great idea. We'll add that to the card right now. Thanks for the insight.
We did just get an alert, though. Gargano is a free agent, so he did not sign with WWE. He did not re-sign.
Oh, yep, I just got it, too.
But the Hangman versus Danielson is the main event. That's going to be probably fucking awesome match.
Oh, yeah. Gonna stop the cowboy shit out of him.
Danielson has been wrestling every week. Hangman hasn't wrestled since Full Gear.
I seen something else recently, and I don't know what it was. Wish I could remember what it was. But it was something, I feel like there was a crowd, but I could be wrong. But I heard something that I watched, I heard cowboy shit, and I'm like, you can't fucking do that. That's Hangman's thing. I don't remember, I wish I could remember what it was, but it was something, a TV show or some kind of sporting event or something when they were chanting cowboy shit or something. I specifically remember that, and I'm like, hey, you can't do that. That's Hangman's thing.
But yeah, that's it for the card right now. But I'm sure, and here's the other thing. This is the thing they did last year. They had Sting debut. He made his return to wrestling. I'm guessing people are going to assume there'd be another surprise, another debut on the AEW roster. I wouldn't put him past them to do that, especially because this is a special event that something will happen.
And we just got an update that Johnny Gargano is a free agent. So, like I said,
well, here's the thing, right? There's so many options that could possibly happen. We've got Johnny Gargano,
Kyle O'Reilly.
What I know will show up, but I I feel like because in the story right now with the Bucks, Fish, and Cole, nothing's being set up yet where they would need like a, let's say, a trio. Like the Bucks are doing something. Well, actually, you know what? They could do this. Now that Trent is back, all of Best Friends versus the Young Bucks, Cole, Fish,
Red
and
Dragon.
a mystery
Yeah.
partner.
And
Which would
everybody's gonna know that's if they do anything mystery with those, they're gonna know. Okay, it's Kyle O'Reilly. Give us Kyle O'Reilly. Okay,
Right. And that's how they would introduce him. I don't know if they're gonna set that up for Winter's Coming though.
How long is Kenny out? Do we?
He had a torn labrum in his shoulder. That usually probably a few months.
Baker Mayfield's playing through a torn labrum, so.
Yeah, well, but her moveset isn't as strenuous, though.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I said Baker Mayfield, not Britt Baker.
Same thing. Same thing.
Same thing.
No, because I can see them building. I mean, even a few months is probably better. I mean, because I can see this. Obviously, like I said, more than likely, Kyle's not going to be there this Wednesday.
Right.
But at some point, build it up. Because, I mean, it literally fits in perfectly where it's like just building it out in your head. It's like, okay, and now they're doing this. Oh, no, Bobby's a good guy. He's a good friend, blah, 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 blah. And then Kyle comes in, and then he's like, oh, no, he's their, good friend, blah, 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 blah. And they're doing the whole thing. And there's obviously going to be that tension between Young Bucks and Red Dragon. The whole time there's going to be that tension that Cole will not see, or he'll try to diss whatever, and then eventually it's going to blow up. Eventually it's going to blow up, and it's going to be a three-way. I mean, it's going to be a six-man tag between the Undisputed Era and the Elite. And that's a...
Look it.
Yeah, but basically fucking book it. Tony, text me. Giving these ideas out for free, but I can see that for, September?
Put Kenny in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Isn't it like what is it? Is it Double or Nothing that's in September?
Double or Nothing is usually
End of August, beginning of September?
Yeah, it's usually August, I think. Well, actually no. It would be June, I feel like. Potentially. Because Revolution starts the year, goes to Double or Nothing.
Okay, no, Double or Nothing is May.
Yeah, May.
Yeah, May. So Double or Nothing is
May,
summer.
June.
All in is September, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I don't think do it at Double or Nothing. I say do it at All In. I think that 9 months or whatever, it's a long time to build it, but I think it's perfect.
AJ will be there.
Literally.
I'll be there.
Yeah. For that, I might be there, okay? AJ, I'm crashing on your couch. I might be there.
Get a fucking tent outside.
But yeah, there you go. They just got a tent in AJ's backyard. There you go. But I feel like that's almost perfect. Like there's you can see the tension happening between Red Dragon and Young Bucks, and Cole's trying to calm it down, and then eventually the Young Bucks get tired and they beat up Cole, and then you're in the ring in Undisputed Era, or you somewhere in Undisputed Era is beating up. Obviously, they won't be Undisputed Era in AEW, but they're beating up the Young Bucks, and Kenny's music hits, and he comes out, and...
Well, they're called the Elite, right? So they're probably going to be called the Undisputed.
Also, a trademark from us. Dude, if that happens... I have nothing else to say.
I gotta start putting these patents in. Hold on.
Yeah, we need to literally start... Yeah, we gotta... And for those that don't know, we have a fantasy football league that we play in together. Joey doesn't play in it anymore. I've apparently barely played in it this year, but we have a dynasty league where team names and divisions matter, and we have our two divisions, which is the Elite Division and the Undisputed Division, because nobody would help come up with names. So at the time, it was Undisputed Era, and it was the Elite before. This was before AEW was a thing, and everything. It was when they were in New Japan doing the Elite stuff, and it was the Elite and Undisputed. So, yeah, there you go. Undisputed versus the Elite. Book it.
What is that music trademark, though, or would they get new music? I'm assuming they
Yeah, they're gonna...
It is probably trademarked.
Until I call Tony Khan and say, hey, write Vince McMahon a check. Write Vince McMahon a check. I want Shock the System played in All In at Chicago, September, whatever the date is that they do the pay-per-view. I want to hear Shock the System. I want the lights to go down, and I want Kyle O'Reilly to be playing guitar as he walks down to the ring.
So whoever made the Shock the System theme,
Was that the CFO people? Or?
it could have been them or Dev Rebel, which they have zero partnership with them anymore. So he would just have to pretty much contact them, I feel like, to buy the rights to the song.
Fucking pay him.
Okay, that's not what I wanted. I googled "Shock the System" music, and I got Billy Idol "Shock the System."
She got something else. Don't look at Dustin's history.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some Joey shit on there on that.
So, okay, going back to potential.
See, "Shock the System." This says it's weird. It says "Shock the System" and then quotation just says Roderick Strong, but it says single by WWE CFO. Yeah.
Yeah. So CFO.
CFO did it. Undisputed Lyrics. Yeah. So it was CFO.
Hey CFO, get it done.
Yeah.
AJ
Basically, they would. So, I don't know if the only thing is the library, right? If it stays in the WWE library, let's say, they'd have to kind of wait till they decide to release it or whatever. They release the rights back to CFO, and then they'd have to buy the rights again. So I feel like I don't know the timeline for that though.
I'm just afraid because I mean it's gonna be cool if they do you hear the "Shock the System" and then the whatever that noise is when the lights go out, and I just don't want it to be the Daniel Bryan thing where it sounds similar but it's completely different.
It's probably going to be like that.
Probably.
Now that you said it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be 100% like that. Okay, Tony, don't listen to everything we say, okay? Don't take all the ideas from us, okay? But, yeah, so I don't know.
Spend that money.
Speaking of entrance music, Roderick Strong's old entrance music, I feel like the Diamond Mine music kind of sounds like it, but his old entrance music, that's just a banger, dude. That was because in the WWE games that I played, which was like 19, 20, I don't know if it was 20, 18, 19, whatever, whenever you do like the career mode or whatever, I always picked Roderick Strong's music because I never fought Roderick Strong, and I think he was technically Undisputed Era. So I was like, hey, that's Roderick Strong's music. I'm going to take that shit. It's real good. Because I hate that when I hate doing the come out to other people's music thing. I hate that. It bugs me. But, which is stupid because it's just a video game that nobody else is.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, like it's literally me sitting in my office playing the game and nobody else cares, but I care. So, yeah, I know. So that's enough. But
right. So going back to these free agents.
Oh yeah, who else is free agent right now? We kind of got sidetracked with Kyle O'Reilly.
Free agents. Wyndham, Bray Wyatt.
That's a good one.
Though he's supposed to be filming a movie in London at this time. I don't know. He could still. Adam Shear.
When is he doing his High Spots thing? Because I've seen they've advertised him a lot on there.
December 21st, I think.
That's that weekend, isn't it? Oh, it's almost it's almost a week later. It's 6 days
it's a week later. Yeah.
Math is hard.
He could. I would like that to happen. We don't know. Adam Shear, formerly Braun Strowman. I don't want him there, to be honest. I think he could just go to Impact.
He needs to go to Impact.
Everyone from Ring of Honor, basically. Any of those people can show up.
We already got Jay Lethal.
It's true. Here's the thing. Depending on the placement of this debut on the show I feel like could be I feel like it can happen after this Hangman Danielson match. Because then it'll be another main event star who would potentially be a threat to Hangman.
Yeah.
Granted, this person, because of the whole records that they do, won't get an automatic title shot.
Yeah.
But to know that it's there, could definitely play into that factor.
Yeah.
Could be another tag team. Could be the Briscoes. Not Jack and Jerry. Those guys are old as fucking Satan. But the other ones, Mark and Jay.
Hey, it's
White Lightning.
Sting. Shut up. If they got Sting out there, just get Sting in one of the Briscoes.
It could fucking be Ric Flair then if we fucking know.
Hey,
Ric Flair shows up.
he said it was. Hey, that's he said it. He was going out next to Sammy Guevara. So I mean,
True.
don't.
Challenge, then Ric Flair come
Who's Sammy fighting Wednesday? He's gonna. Then you gotta. What are they gonna do with Ric Flair's entrance music?
So here's the thing. Let me see. Cody came out to say that he was gonna fight for the TNT title again. Everyone was saying it was gonna be next week, but I think he said it was gonna be the week of Christmas, so that's 2 weeks away. So that's when Ric Flair is just gonna debut. I'm just kidding.
There you go. Nice.
He's gonna come out with Sammy because Cody's gonna come out with Arn. Just gotta make sure he doesn't fall off the stage again.
that was like he goes and you see him fucking help him up, and they have to go start fighting each other.
It's like a turtle on a show.
I had another.
Joey Poland.
I had another fantasy. You brought up Wyndham Bray Wyatt. I just had a random, really very fast fantasy booking I did in my head that I thought would be cool. But I think it would need more time than obviously Bray showing up next week. Is this whatever this whole Malachi Black thing is, House of Black, and then you got this weird thing's happening and these other people are coming around. And then you kind of get not necessarily a
Cult.
Wyatt family, but
A cult versus cult.
basically let's fucking Cult versus Cult. Let's fucking do it.
That'd be pretty. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think Black and Wyndham. If Wyndham decides to go, like the Fiend persona and this supernatural approach, those could either clash or they can even work
feed
together.
into each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we always had the speculation that Wyndham should be taking over Dark Order, make them evil again and heal. Or when they were going to do this split, and then they decided not to do the split, I thought it would have been really cool if they did good, and then they've got Wyndham leading the revolts, I guess, or whatever you want to call them, the misfits.
Dude, I'm down with that. The only problem with that is I feel like some people in the Dark Order, more specifically John Silver and who's the other guy with long
Alex
hair.
Reynolds.
I feel like they are having way too much fun on being the elite, messing with Adam Cole, and just working with Adam Cole.
Yeah,
I feel like they are
done now, I think.
Is it though?
That's true, but
is it though?
Is it though? You could easily write it off now.
I mean, they could, but I don't know. I feel like Cole's having too much fun with it too, because it's dude. I didn't even realize. I don't even know how long they've had it, but the shirts that they wear are actually them kissing Cole, and it says Budge on it or something. I don't even know how long they've had those shirts that I just wasn't paying attention, and it's hilarious.
I think it's for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, my favorite is when they're like, when Cole told him to go eat shit, and then like the next week, he told him to eat shit again, and John Silver's like, I already did. It didn't sit well with me. It's
tummy.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but it's so funny. But them going, I think the Dark Order would be better, doing the evil thing again, and the heel thing. I feel like that would be cool too.
Yeah, so people that have been with Ring of Honor have been backstage the last couple weeks for Dynamite shows. Briscoes was one, and then the following week Gresham was there, and somebody else, and I can't remember who the other person was, but it's top talent. They want to go where it's big and where it's hot. So, I mean, I don't blame people. Dustin is upset by it all the time. He's like, "Well, fuck all these people coming over to AEW. If you give some to Vince." But
he said, "Give them to Vince."
Yeah, he said, "Give them to Vince."
So they can fire him in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, Dustin? Do you not want people to succeed? Like, what the fuck? This is why we have the "fuck Dustin" chant going.
Yeah, there you go. That's why our first merch is gonna say like "All Elite Fuck Dustin."
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, especially if
2 hours.
What? What'd you say?
If they're adding all the talent. They need.
Yeah, we didn't talk too much anymore.
Right,
we talked about the AEW Dark shows.
we're back. There's gonna be a weird jump cut right there. I killed my internet in the middle of recording. Technical difficulties are awesome. I need to fix that plug and it's a plug bar that's plugged up right there and the cord's there and I just touched it and it just killed my whole internet. I was like, nice. Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about before I killed my internet.
Well, we were talking about maybe moving Rampage to a different time slot, make it 2 hours, since they're getting a lot of new people.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I feel like that's going to be the move anyways. Do they take it off of Friday nights?
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you add to Friday, you're not going to do 9 to 11.
Yeah.
No.
At most,
8 to
Tony
10,
has...
but...
Tony's been trying to stay away from, I feel like, the needless head-to-head competition.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. If you move it to another day, though, that leaves the only available day is Thursday. And in the fall, then your competition is the Thursday night football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it could be in your favor. Sometimes it could not be in your favor. They can be real assholes and move Dynamite to Tuesday again.
That's what I was thinking. Do it Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah. And completely destroy NXT.
Yeah, because this AEW is a lot different than the AEW that went up against NXT before. And that NXT was very different than the NXT is now. If they do that where this AEW goes up against this NXT stands no chance. There is no chance at all that NXT has to survive anything with... I mean, people won't even need to talk about the numbers because they'll be so one-sided.
Right.
I mean, you literally look at that. Adam Cole was basically carrying that NXT at that time.
Yep.
Like, that black and gold, that was NXT, Adam Cole's NXT. That was Adam Cole being champion during that NXT. He was basically carrying it at that point. I think that was when Ciampa was hurt, maybe, or he was kind of in and out. Gargano was doing whatever, I mean, that was literally, and now Adam Cole's he's not really a mid-carder, but I mean, he's still a top, he's a top guy, but he's not carrying the show.
Right.
At AEW. Right. So, I mean, you have these people, and then not to mention all the other people that have left. Like I said, they did we're black and gold old school and couldn't fill 4 roster spots.
Yep.
Speaking of releases and free agents, which I don't think it's been enough time. I was going to say, what is the timeline for people like Keith Lee and stuff like that?
So their non-compete clauses are still... And they just said, I think Keith Lee still has some time.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be able to pop up for Winter's Coming. Kevin Owens, too, his contract expires the end of January. So...
Mount Rushmore?
A lot of people are saying Mount Rushmore.
Honestly, if that would be probably a bigger pop if we want to continue to fantasy book our Undisputed versus Elite. I mean, what if Kenny's out? Young Bucks are getting beat down by the Undisputed Era, or whatever they're going to be called. Young Bucks need a tag team partner. Here's Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is hilarious because
Adam Cole was part of that too.
Adam Cole was part of Mount Rushmore, so that would be twisted a little bit more. Like, Kevin Steen's back. Adam Cole's going to have the shocked look on his face and everything.
They would have to plan that for Revolution, which is in March, so they could do that.
They technically could, yeah. So
that would fit in.
That's about
Kevin Steen could fill in for Kenny at the time.
Exactly.
Until Kenny comes back.
Exactly. So I mean that could work too.
Tony, are you listening?
Yeah, for real, are you listening? We are giving out $1 million ideas.
I've literally had him opened on speed dial.
Yeah.
On speaker.
I put him on speakerphone the whole time. He's just taking notes.
Jotting notes.
I got him on FaceTime, man. He hasn't stopped writing since we started the show. He's just...
Like, this AJ guy knows what he's fucking talking about.
But no, that could be fun stuff. Or, we could get another, which this would not happen, but it would make me very happy to have this guy debut. Shout out to AJ who sent me. I was expecting the All Elite Adam Cole shirt because he asked me a few weeks before, hey, I got this shirt, do you want it? And I totally spaced and forgot to reply to him. And then he was like, hey, what's your address? And so I told him. And I was expecting him to send me the Adam Cole shirt. I was fine with that. And it's funny because he asked me, which, speaking of that, I mentioned that to Joey, and he's like, why didn't he ask me for your address? Tom, why didn't you ask Joey for my address? Because you told me, you're like, I'm just trying to make sure Dustin's not lying on what your address was. Because Dustin would totally do that. Like, oh, he fucking lives in just some random ass address. Dustin's Googling some address. But yeah, then I opened the package, the lovely package. I still have it here. Opened the lovely package. Let's give AJ's address out. And my camera. Hello.
Tony's got nowhere to send the check, you know.
Yeah, true. And I opened it up, and it is because I think me and AJ both watched this quite a bit. What is up with my camera? Hello. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I opened it up, and it is a signed Jay White from when he did his thing with High Spot a few weeks ago, and I'm trying to find out where exactly I want to. Right now, it's been sitting on my desk, like just propped up over there. I'm trying to find the proper place I want to put it.
Above his bed.
I can't show mine. No.
Yeah, I think
because they're all stained. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Dustin can explain that one. But yeah, I was expecting the shirt, and I was this is gonna be awesome. I mean, I was obviously big Adam Cole fan, and then I opened it up, and it's that thing, and I was like, that is amazing. And I was like, no. I told my wife, she's like, oh, you good? Bring on time. Thank you. I was like, I already did. I'm not. Yeah, so. I'm
country, not uncivilized.
Yeah, there you go. I leave the barn doors open. I still say thank you. I don't know if AJ knows that. That's a southern thing. Oh, yeah, but leaving the front door open. But
So was Joey mad about not getting any Bret Hart stuff?
That could be why Joey didn't show up this week. That could be it. That's hilarious. I think I mentioned that. I was like, oh, Joey needs some Bret Hart stuff. And Paige was like, I've already showed him some Bret Hart stuff.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. All right.
Well, Alexa.
Yeah, that's the way and then his would be dirtier than yours is. They would have to send it in like 2 of these little protective sleeves that this Jay White one came in. It'd have to be in like 2 of those. It's like, when you see people opening Pokemon cards, they put it in the plastic sleeve, and then the actual not metal, but the hard plastic sleeve.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. So I was like, let's put the double protection on it. But all right, you guys got anything else before we wrap it up for this week? I got to go piece this freaking video together. Now that it broke into 2 parts.
No, good.
Together, young Jamie.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much is what I got to do. Then I got to go make a graphic. I got to make a thumbnail. I got to do all kinds of stuff. So I got to figure out what all we're going to do for that. We should be back next Thursday with a new episode. We'll be probably doing a big cover of Winter is Coming. I don't know, AJ, will you be doing another live update on the Facebook of Winter is Coming? Or the Ring of Honor show this weekend?
The Ring of Honor show, now that Bandito's not showing up, I kind of feel like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So I probably won't watch Final Battle. I might, but it might be a game time decision. But
nice.
But Winter's Coming.
Yeah, check the heavies the day of,
Yeah, Winter's Coming. We can do a thread for that.
Okay, so be on the lookout for that on the Facebook page. That link will obviously be in the bio. Subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend about the podcast. Hey, we're trying to make a cool little community over here. We're gonna say something, Dustin?
Let's get up to 20. Let's make a goal. Let's get up to 20 subs.
Yeah, we got 14 subs right now. I know most of them. So yeah, hey, let's set some goals. We'll try to set some goals. We'll get up to 20, and maybe we'll do something where we'll figure out some way to do some kind of, hey, when we hit a certain milestone, maybe we'll do some kind of giveaway or something. We'll figure something out. We'll talk about it among the crew.
Yeah, we give away all the stuff I give to Dustin.
There you go. Yeah, to a better home, a less sticky home,
a less stained home.
But okay, yeah. So let's, like I said, right now we're shooting for 20. We'll see how that goes, and maybe we'll talk together, come up with some kind of little giveaway to do for whoever. And like I said, me knowing most of the people that sub, I don't know if a giveaway would be like, hey, I'm gonna give somebody like, hey, I think my little boy subscribed last week, so I think he subscribed him and his grandpa to our channel. So, so I was like, hey, well, here's your Adam Cole shirt that we're giving away for.
5 times too big for you.
Yeah, there you go. Here's your Adam Cole nightgown. But yeah, we'll figure out some. We're gonna do some fun. We're gonna figure out some fun stuff to do. I think that's all I got. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment, talk to us on Facebook, Instagram. We'll reply to all the places. If you have any suggestions for things you want to see us talk about, something like that, we'll try to do some fun stuff. You know, I mean, the more stuff we can interact with, the more stuff we could do, the more maybe different kinds of shows we can plan on doing. I think we're an idea I've thrown out a couple times. I don't know how we got to figure out how we're going to do it if the guys want to do it. When WWE 2K22 comes out, I've thought about doing, if their GM mode has an online mode, maybe do some kind of
a roster.
Or a roster. That's true.
Hey, the entire AEW roster.
Yeah, we can
WWE game.
Yeah, we could download roster and players. I'm sure we will. So I'm sure we'll download some superstars. But that's one of the good things about the WWE games. They have some pretty good people that make wrestlers on there, and pretty, and they look pretty realistic and everything. So, but maybe doing some kind of online battle of the brands. Give somebody Raw, give somebody SmackDown, and go from there. Whoever gets Raw, I'm sorry that you have the not even the B show.
Raw.
Yeah, probably I probably will get Raw, but I don't know. Do some cool stuff like that, just for some extra content to keep the channel active, keep everything going. So, hope you guys enjoy. We will hopefully see you guys next week. Last chance. You guys got anything? Dustin, new champion. You got anything?
That's it, man.
All right. I don't know. We'll do picks again sometime. I think. What do we decide? Day one's our next picks.
I think day one is our next picks. Yeah.
All right. So that'll be a couple weeks from now. But I think that's all we got for this week, guys. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
All right.